While you might be taking 3 well-known vitamins daily, have you considered that they could be quietly undermining your leg strength and jeopardizing your autonomy? While it is true that not every supplement offers advantages, a considerable number of seniors believe that incorporating extra vitamins into their routine will enhance their well-being. For certain individuals, especially those aged 60 and above, the effects can be strikingly detrimental. Excessive or unnecessary intake of these 3 particular vitamins can lead to weakened legs, muscle damage, and an increased risk of fractures, falls, and potentially irreversible mobility loss. Before the opportunity slips away, let us delve into what they are, the dangers they pose, and the actions you should take in their stead. 1. For years, vitamin E has been heralded as a miraculous supplement, quietly captivating the attention of many. A multitude of elderly individuals consume it daily, nurturing the hope that it will aid in preserving their vitality. It receives acclaim for its alleged benefits to cardiovascular well-being, skin suppleness, and even its anti-aging properties. Yet, the supplement intended to extend life might quietly rob seniors, especially those beyond the age of 60, of their ability to truly embrace life. In contrast to vitamin C and other water-soluble nutrients, vitamin E possesses a fat-soluble nature, indicating that it does not merely pass through the body. It accumulates gradually and is stored in reserve within the liver and adipose tissues of your body. Excessive intake can disrupt essential bodily functions, particularly those related to muscle strength and coordination, especially when consumption exceeds 400 IU daily, a common dosage found in over-the-counter supplements. The experience often begins subtly, with a slight struggle to rise from a chair, a swift spin that brings a hint of unsteadiness, and perhaps an unusual sense of fatigue while navigating the aisles of the supermarket. It's easy to brush aside these concerns as mere facets of growing older, yet at times the root cause is far more perilous and treatable. Excessive intake of vitamin E has been shown to hinder neuromuscular function and disrupt muscle metabolism. This interference may lead to a significant decline in leg strength for seniors, whose muscle mass is already diminishing with the passage of time. Over time, you might find yourself depending on a cane, walker, or, regrettably, a chair, as the gradual and almost unnoticed decline of the muscles that uphold your knees and hips takes its toll. Yet the story continues beyond that point. Moreover, an elevated intake of vitamin E may lead to blood thinning, posing significant risks for elderly individuals who are on anticoagulant medications. This heightens the risk of internal bleeding, bruising, and complications arising from falls. Envision the peril that lurks in a mere misstep, when your legs can no longer respond swiftly enough, leaving your body vulnerable to the threat of bleeding. What is the most disquieting element? No cautionary signs accompany these alterations. They unfold slowly, often masquerading as the passage of time. Many well-intentioned elderly individuals continue to take their daily medication, unaware that it might be quietly undermining the foundation of their mobility. This is not about instigating fear. The aim is to illuminate understanding. While the human body possesses remarkable strength, it is susceptible to imbalance. What may be effective for a 30-year-old might not yield the same results for a 70-year-old. Consequently, supplementation must be approached with caution and not merely as a routine practice, particularly as individuals grow older. It may be the moment to pose a challenging yet crucial inquiry if you have been consuming vitamin E without the endorsement of your physician, particularly in higher amounts. Does this serve my interests or work against them? What other seemingly innocuous supplements could be quietly undermining your strength and autonomy, especially if one supposedly beneficial vitamin can have such adverse consequences? Now, let us turn our attention to vitamin A. It may astonish you even further. 2. Vitamin A is the hidden culprit behind frail bones and weakened muscles. A quiet menace lies hidden in the open. These vitamins are the very ones that numerous elderly individuals depend on to sustain their immune systems, safeguard their skin, and preserve their vision. For ages, the notion has persisted that vitamin A plays a crucial role in the art of aging gracefully, despite its often casual consumption. Indeed, it truly is, when measured in the right proportions. Nonetheless, numerous older individuals remain oblivious to the fact that prolonged excessive intake of vitamin A may quietly compromise their health instead of enhancing it. As we journey through life, our bodies respond to nutrition in increasingly varied ways. This minimizes the margin of error. Our muscles struggle to recover as they once did. Our bones become more fragile, and our organs begin to operate at a slower pace. Vitamin A, another fat-soluble vitamin, remains in the body rather than being excreted through urine as water-soluble vitamins are. Instead, it accumulates quietly within the delicate tissues and the liver. Actual harm begins to manifest when levels rise too high, a surprisingly straightforward outcome when consuming multivitamins, cod liver oil, or fortified foods. The long-term excess of vitamin poses a significant concern, particularly regarding its impact on bone density. Research indicates that elevated levels of vitamin A are associated with increased bone loss, particularly in the legs and hips. The most fragile among us are the very bones that grant us the ability to move, maintain balance, and embrace independence. A mere uptick in fragility can turn a simple misstep into a fracture, potentially altering the course of life for an elderly individual with already delicate bones. Yet, the skeleton is far from being the sole harbinger of danger. Moreover, an excess of vitamin may compromise the muscles that provide stability and strength to the legs. For many seniors, the act of walking transforms into a greater challenge than it once was, as they grapple with fatigue in their hips or thighs, enduring discomfort, and an increasing frailty. It is all too easy to overlook these signs, isn't it? Fatigue and pain are often seen as commonplace elements of the aging process. Yet, what if age is not the origin of the issue at all? What if you were to consume that very supplement each morning, believing it would safeguard you? Moreover, the signs of vitamin poisoning often remain subtle and unnoticeable. It remains silent. Gently, it whispers. It's possible you've observed an increase in your sitting time. The stairs might appear more daunting. Maybe you're crafting excuses to remain indoors rather than embracing the opportunity for a leisurely walk through the neighborhood. Over time, your life is molded by these changes, which may initially appear insignificant. They erode your self-worth, diminish your vitality, and encroach upon your autonomy. In truth, no vitamin should be taken lightly, particularly by individuals aged 60, 70, or beyond. As time passes, our needs transform, and if we are not vigilant, what once nourished us may begin to deplete our strength. Engaging in a thoughtful conversation with your doctor is essential if you consume vitamin A daily, especially when combined with other supplements or fortified foods. The cost of inaction may far exceed your expectations. Moreover, if the esteemed vitamin can quietly undermine the strength of your bones and legs, what implications do the vitamins meant to provide you with energy and clarity hold? Among these, vitamin B6 stands out as the most surprising. This could be the unforeseen alert, hidden in the shadows, as it wreaks havoc on your legs and disrupts the delicate balance of your nerves. Third, vitamin B6. Your legs might feel a tingling numbness from the surge of energy. Typically, it starts with a fleeting tingling sensation that ebbs and flows, occasionally manifesting solely in the toes at the outset. Then, it ascends gradually. Your steps waver with uncertainty. The feeling in your feet becomes monotonous, and soon your legs appear foreign, as if they belong to someone else entirely. A significant number of elderly individuals link this unsettling sensation to the natural process of aging, inadequate circulation, or perhaps the presence of diabetes. Yet, what if the root of the issue lies beyond the realm of illness? What if it's a supplement you've been diligently consuming to enhance your mental sharpness, boost your vitality, or nurture your cognitive health? Multivitamins, energy boosters, and cognitive enhancement products often feature vitamin B6, renowned for its vital role in metabolism and the nervous system. It is presented as a means to maintain the vitality and concentration of older individuals. Yet, it remains a little-known fact that vitamin B6 can accumulate to toxic levels over time, especially affecting the nerves in the legs. Moreover, the damage inflicted does not simply vanish upon cessation of its use. Vitamin B6 behaves uniquely compared to other water-soluble vitamins, which the body typically excretes when consumed in surplus. When consumed in elevated amounts, particularly exceeding 100 mg daily, it begins to disrupt the body's ability to transmit impulses along the nerves, a reality that is often overlooked in many over-the-counter supplements. Peripheral neuropathy, the ensuing condition, proves to be devastating for numerous elderly individuals. The poisoning of vitamin B6 leads to peripheral neuropathy, impacting sensations beyond mere feeling. It alters the equilibrium, finesse, and dynamics of motion. One might sense a peculiar discomfort, as if their feet are failing to find solid ground. Your fear of falling can lead to tripping over thin air, feeling uncertain on stairs, or even steering clear of social gatherings altogether. The dreadful reality is that this damage could be beyond repair. At times, the nerves may remain compromised long after the vitamin has been discontinued, leading to enduring weakness or numbness in the legs. The toll on emotions is equally significant. Our legs serve as the steadfast companions that guide us through life with grace, transporting us from one destination to the next. All shifts when that autonomy hangs in the balance. The freedom to step into your doctor's office unaccompanied, the joy of meandering through the park, or the simple act of standing to whip up a meal. A harmful yet well-intentioned habit can strip it all away. Rather than providing you with vitality, an excess of B6 may diminish your confidence, sense of security, and mobility. This issue is neither fringe nor uncommon. Many older individuals are growing more apprehensive, operating under the assumption that any product bearing a vitamin label is inherently safe. However, it is essential to recognize that even vitamins require careful and thoughtful management. What once breathes vitality into existence may, in a different moment, quietly extinguish it. Upon delving into these three concealed dangers, vitamins E, A, and B6, it becomes clear that the notion that excess is invariably advantageous presents a more significant threat than the pill itself. Yet, this is not the conclusion of the tale. With each passing day, the legs of seniors may grow weaker, attributed to yet another significant factor. Not merely a vitamin, but a way of life that is just as common and twice as frequently overlooked. Now, let us seek it out. 4. What significance does this hold for you? A catalog of vitamin warnings pales in comparison to the significance it holds for you. A person who has navigated through periods of change, overcome challenges, and gathered a wealth of experience throughout your life. This serves as a poignant reminder that as our bodies and needs evolve over time, even the routines we depend on and the habits we believe to be beneficial must be reconsidered. Desiring to prioritize your health is not an indication of frailty. In truth, you may have arrived here with the desire to maintain your strength, vitality, and autonomy. Yet, the reality is that certain supplements you routinely consume, perhaps alongside your morning coffee or as part of a familiar regimen, might be quietly undermining your balance, leg strength, and the independence you have tirelessly strived to maintain throughout your life. Leg strength doesn't always diminish in a dramatic fashion. Initially, it may manifest as an unforeseen pause before stepping off a curb or the extra exertion needed to rise from a chair. Perhaps you find yourself opting for the elevator instead of the stairs, not due to a lack of motivation, but rather because your legs no longer possess the same steadiness they once did. Over time, these changes seamlessly integrate into the fabric of your everyday life. Your movements have become less frequent. There are certain activities you choose to avoid. Your day begins to take shape around your limitations instead of your desires. The body ultimately acclimates to frailty, stillness, and restraint. Muscles diminish in size. The bones grow progressively more fragile. Moreover, the risks associated with fractures, falls, and the potential loss of independence become more pronounced. The most daunting aspect lies in the fact that illness may not be the root of these transformations. They are not inherently a result of aging. At times, they may arise from choices made with noble intentions, yet lacking the necessary guidance. You were not informed that excessive vitamin A can harm your bones. No one mentioned that an excess of vitamin E might compromise the strength of your legs. Moreover, it was not brought to light that the intake of substantial quantities of vitamin B6 for energy might lead to the numbing of the nerves responsible for walking. Yet you are now aware. Moreover, that information is not a weight to bear. It is a gift. There exists a measure of influence you can exert in this matter. You hold more power than you may recognize. By examining your supplements, posing the right inquiries to your doctor, and heeding the messages your body has been conveying, you can take a meaningful stride toward protecting your legs, your autonomy, and your sense of self-worth. Opportunities for refinement remain available. One can always choose a different path. Your body still holds the potential for strength, recovery, and endurance in the years to come. Should you bestow upon it the focus it rightfully deserves, take a moment to reflect, contemplate. Reflect on the substances you consume each day. Your choices today resonate through time, shaping the landscape of your future health. Your path for tomorrow is set by this decision. As we turn our gaze to tomorrow, we must face yet another reality. The challenge of confronting inactivity. Prolonged sitting and its consequences are often underestimated, yet they can prove to be far more detrimental than the occasional misstep in vitamin intake. The quiet routine that infiltrates contemporary existence might be accelerating your decline faster than any supplement ever might. Let us delve into that further. 5. What is it that you should do now? The following inquiry may very well be the most pivotal, given your newfound understanding of the situation. What should one do? How can you protect the life you've diligently built, your resilience, and your autonomy? The answer lies in a force far more powerful than shame or fear: awareness. Awareness is the initial stride in any transformation. It's not about altering the past or retracting the choices you've embraced. It revolves around harnessing your fresh insights to enhance the choices you make in the present moment. A meticulous examination of the supplements you are currently taking stands as the foremost and most pressing action to undertake. With intention, not in haste, that bottle might have graced your kitchen counter or bathroom shelf for what feels like an eternity. Now let us ponder this. Have I ever truly pondered what lies within it? Have I considered the dosage or reflected on whether it remains necessary for me? Assertions regarding anti-aging, cognitive enhancement, or heart wellness are readily accepted. Yet, each body is unique, and what works for one individual may not work for another. Precision holds immense significance, especially at this juncture in life. An overabundance of beneficial substances, especially vitamins, may lead to subtle yet enduring adverse effects. Seek the guidance of a physician well-versed in the complexities of aging as your next course of action. Regrettably, numerous seniors still seek general health guidance from physicians lacking expertise in geriatric care. You deserve so much more. Engage in a conversation that takes into account your age, medications, diet, and lifestyle choices. Consult with your healthcare professional to discover what your body truly needs and what it can do without. It is equally essential to deepen your awareness of the processes unfolding within your body at this very moment. Please arrange for a comprehensive nutrient panel that encompasses vitamin levels alongside the standard blood test. Figures speak the truth. Should there be an imbalance, should your body retain more than it ought to, or should your levels soar to excessive heights, they will inform you. The pursuit of perfection is not the objective in this context. The objective is to prevent harm from becoming ingrained in ways that are increasingly challenging to reverse. Above all, remember that your body thrives on nourishment from food rather than substances like drugs. To satisfy your nutritional requirements, strive to indulge in authentic, wholesome meals whenever possible. Lean meats, whole grains, fresh vegetables, and healthy fats stand out as excellent choices. They represent the finest remedy discovered within the embrace of nature. Although supplements may have their place, prioritizing thoughtful nutrition and a well-rounded lifestyle is essential. It embodies authority. This reflects a commendable regard for your well-being, showcasing your commitment to nurturing it. It suggests that when transformation and understanding are attainable, you will not settle for anything less than excellence. Your journey has been extensive, and your experience is profound. Do not let avoidable mistakes strip away your freedom, security, or mobility. Nevertheless, there remains one facet of the dilemma that warrants our discussion. Even with an optimal vitamin balance, an unseen force quietly opposes your legs. Unbeknownst to them, most individuals engage in this practice daily. The trajectory of your future could be shaped more profoundly by your sitting habits, movement patterns, and the duration of your stillness than you might have ever comprehended. Let us delve deeper into this matter. A confidential note from a fellow senior. Only time can impart its lessons. Through the passage of time, I have absorbed the lessons woven into a tapestry of change, love, sorrow, and unwavering resilience. The greatest danger to our well-being as we grow older isn't that disease. Accepting that deterioration as an inevitable part of existence is simply a reality we must face. I have observed friends succumb to their vulnerabilities all too often, attributing it solely to the passage of time, while overlooking the hidden influences that may be at work. I've observed resilient, self-reliant individuals slowly surrender their autonomy, occasionally in a very tangible way, due to something seemingly minor and overlooked. like a daily medication they thought was advantageous. Today, I speak to you not from the perspective of a scientist or a doctor, but as someone who has walked a similar path to yours. A person who has faced the quiet dread of diminishing power, of quaking before a staircase, of contemplating whether a single misstep could signify the conclusion. I have endured it. It is for this very reason that I share this with you, not to instill fear, but to awaken your awareness. There are still paths available to you. You continue to hold strength. Ultimately, there remains an opportunity to protect the most essential aspects of your being, your liberty, your mobility, and your balance. Everyone aspires to enjoy a lengthy existence. Yet we must engage in self-reflection. How do we embody strength in our lives? Chasing after every new supplement on the market, or believing that an increase is always advantageous will not lead to the right solutions? To unlock the truth, one must attune themselves to the whispers of their body, to the delicate shifts, and to the profound insights that accompany the passage of time. It involves confronting habits that have outlived their usefulness and possessing the courage to deviate from the path when something feels amiss. I share this with you because I genuinely believe that aging does not mean diminishing in strength. Though we may move at a more measured pace, and our hair may bear the marks of time, the significance of our choices remains undiminished. Your health remains intact. The scene continues to reveal itself before your eyes. The freedom you uphold tomorrow is the very strength you safeguard today. Do not delay any longer. Keep in mind that you hold the reins of your life. Therefore, remain vigilant, choose wisely, and proceed with assurance and composure. Embracing the passage of time reveals that growing older is not a loss. This opens the door to a novel form of strength, one that leans more on intellect than on swiftness. Yet, in spite of our extensive experience, it is all too easy to overlook the small details that slowly undermine our well-being. Not every peril is readily apparent. Some manifest subtly as advantageous habits or noble actions. Moreover, they often begin with something as seemingly insignificant as a vitamin, taken more on faith than on informed understanding. Yet, you are now aware. At this juncture in your life, it is essential to recognize that your body requires greater care, not an increase in medication, but rather a commitment to more intentional choices. Your leg strength, gait, and self-assurance transcend the realm of mere physical attributes. They are deeply emotional and intricately connected to your sense of independence and self-worth. As you begin to lose them, both your freedom and strength slip away. One finds oneself overlooking the spontaneous joys of existence, the leisurely walk through the neighborhood, the cherished moments spent with grandchildren, and the serene satisfaction that arises from solitary endeavors. This is not a narrative of sorrow, however. It is a narrative of consciousness, where awareness empowers one to alter the trajectory of unfolding events. Embrace life with a keen awareness, yet allow yourself the freedom to exist without fear. Be mindful of the choices you are making. Consider your routine with careful thought. Seek advice that respects your maturity, unique qualities, and the journey you've traveled. Above all, keep in mind that the power to transform lies within you. A future awaits you. One where you move with confidence, where your body supports your spirit, and where the elegance with which you confront challenges shapes your life more than any limitations ever could. This is your opportunity to take charge by focusing on what truly counts, rather than simply increasing your efforts. For aging does not signify defeat. It involves a deeper intelligence, and when put into practice, wisdom could very well be the most powerful remedy at our disposal. These lectures aim to inspire you to embrace life in its fullest and most authentic form. I would be thrilled to receive your response at this moment. Take a moment to reflect, and then share a single insight you've gained that you wish to incorporate into your own life. As we navigate this journey of embracing these truths, let us extend our support to one another. If you found this video enjoyable, we would appreciate your thoughts in the comments. If that's the case, don't hesitate to incorporate 0 into your comment. Your thoughts hold great significance for us. To discover more captivating videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give a thumbs up, and share our content with others. Thank you for taking the time to view this, and may you find joy in living your life according to your own vision.